Hey guys, group all the way back. I'm Aaron.
I'm Melanie.
And we're back with Supergirl.
Yes.
Last time on Supergirl, Lex has been wreaking havoc.
I can't believe that we have Lex. I still cannot believe that we have Lex.
And last time was
awesome.
more of a pasty thing, what's going on back then, rather than what's going on right now. So we learned that
Lex has been behind everything this season.
most of everything, I think, yeah. I think he was behind a lot of the Lockwood stuff.
Yep.
The president being revealed.
Yep.
I think the Manchester Black thing was kind of an occurrence that occurred. I don't think he's like supporting them or anything. He's been working though with the Red Daughter, Supergirl, over in Kosnia.
Right. Kosnia. I need to write that down because I keep calling it Russia.
Russia. And is that it? I think it's it. And that was all off.
Eve. That's been planted since like season 2. He's been behind that.
Oh,
which is a big thing.
Tessmacher?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot her first name.
Sorry. But Tessmacher has been around since season 2.
Yeah. But like that was a thing that he put in there, and he's all been doing this from prison, and he gave himself cancer, and yeah, so he's
been insane.
Planning a lot and moving little pieces and everything. Which, though our last episode was all about Lex, we decided to make that our poll, all about Lex. So we've had 2 episodes now about Lex, and we wanted to know, what did you guys think of this version of Lex Luthor?
Lex.
And we had 16% say I don't like him.
16.
And 83% say that I do like him.
Wow. That's a big majority there.
I'm hoping the people who say they don't like him had some things that kind of say
I hope
why.
so too.
Derek says, up there with Clancy Brown and Michael Rosenbaum.
Smallville and
What was Clancy Brown Lex in? Did he do the voice of Lex Luthor? Is that what it is? Because I'm trying to, he's, let's see, Clancy Brown does the voice of Grodd in The Flash. He
gotcha.
He was a general guy, I think, in The Flash as well. He did the voice of, I believe, Savage Opress.
Oh wow, okay.
He's done a lot of voice work, so he was also in Starship Troopers. So I'm assuming maybe he did a Lex Luthor voice, and that's what they're referring to. Because I'm trying to picture him like, I don't remember ever seeing him bald looking like Lex Luthor. Yeah, Lego DC villains. He played Lex Luthor there. General Wade, yeah, Lex Luthor there. So yeah, he did voice work of Lex Luthor. I wonder if he did it in Young Justice. Who did that one? There's Savage Opress. King Faraday. Nope, he was in Young Justice, but not as Lex Luthor. But
Was there Lex Luthor in Young Justice? I don't remember.
I don't know. I remember the guy, Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Right, his arm. Got it from Lex.
Oh snap. Okay.
So he was in there. Anyway, so Clancy Brown and Michael Rosenbaum. So there's good. Okay. Brandon says he was a better one than the Justice League movie, which was Jesse. Right, Eisen something.
Howard.
What's his name? You know what I'm talking about? He's in that Making Facebook movie. Anyway, yeah, I didn't like... That was also, though, I don't believe that was Lex Luthor, right? Wasn't that supposed to be, like, Lex Luthor's son or something? Wasn't there some other kind of, like... Well, it's not Lex Luthor. I thought there was something like that in that movie. I don't know. I don't really remember. Justice League
That's too bad.
Justice League and Batman v Superman, like, if you're referring to the DC movie ones, they were, like... I don't know. It was okay.
I prefer cartoon and TV series.
Here we go. Thomas says, I've been very pleasantly surprised. When they announced his casting, I was like, oh man, this is going to be awful. But I was very wrong. He's been fantastic, and I love that it continues the Arrow versus legacy of casting. I never watched Smallville, so he might be my favorite live-action interpretation of Lex if he continues to be this good. Favorite live-action?
Well, he did say he hasn't seen Smallville, so that's fair.
Yeah, true. But I also, I think of Gene Hackman a lot. I also think of Even though the movie itself was terrible, I thought Kevin Spacey did a really good job as Lex Luthor.
Because I haven't enjoyed too many of them that have had Lex Luthor in it, I don't remember the Lex Luthors, you know? So, to me, he's been it. Smallville and John Cryer have been it for Lex Luthor, except for, like, animation, you know?
Yeah. My least favorite that I can think of would be the ones from the current movie iterations.
I didn't even realize that there was Lex Luthor in the current movie iteration.
You don't remember him? He's the one who, like, went through and got Zod and did the Doomsday thing and the Batman v Superman stuff.
Huh.
He's the one who sent, like...
So, in my mind, he's not memorable.
Well, he's not.
He wouldn't have been that spectacular.
I really didn't like him at all. Christian says, I think John Cryer's phenomenal and is one of the best to ever be in the role of Lex Luthor.
Nice.
I wish he could have done it in the DCEU. Yes, that would have been great. I think he would have been a much better job than Jesse Eisenberg. Is that his name?
Eisenberg?
I'm pretty sure his first name is Jesse. I don't know. I don't care about it enough to look up that.
Isn't that horrible? That's horrible, Aaron.
Curly Chili Maxwell says, other than the fact that in my head I kind of have him permanently casted as Alan from 2.5 Men, I think his performance is quite grand.
Yeah, like the pushover as the guy in 2.5 Men. Like, just pansy, you know?
Yeah. Dobby says, I like that he can be theatrical and seems to be having fun, but at the same time, he explodes and gets angry whenever people doubt him. Mm-hmm. And LKG says, I don't like the facial hair, but his performance mostly is good.
I like facial hair.
Tucker says he isn't my favorite version of Lex, but he definitely has impressed me with his portrayal of the character.
Yes.
Dip is surprised at how much they like him, especially when he yells at Miss Tessmacher, which is great.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I watched an interview with him, and he's like, I was so excited to do that. Like, it's the epic line of Lex Luthor. So, just seeing his excitement behind the scenes has been pretty cool, too.
Matt says he loves him more than the movie's Lex, but not more than the Smallville Lex.
Fair enough. Agreed. But Smallville Lex, we definitely had a lot more time with him and a lot more character development.
Mm-hmm. Well, with this one, too, what Mac is saying here, Mac Rambo says, I like how he plays an experienced Lex. Mm-hmm. He's already fought with Clark.
Right.
/ Superman for years. Something that we haven't seen in live action for a while. Usually the Lex Luthor we see is like his first time meeting up with Superman and trying to figure out how to take down this Kryptonian, whereas he had already been battling him and whatnot, so... Daniel says, just waiting for his brother Charlie and son Jake to come out of the back room. Does anyone say
I miss Charlie Sheen in 2.5 Men.
I'm wondering if anyone says that they don't. Fluxbuck says, love John as Lex. I get the criticism or doubt before, but I think he really sold it. This situation is similar to Bryan Cranston. First, Malcolm in the Middle for years as an over-the-top dad before crushing everybody's expectations in Breaking Bad in a serious role.
I know, right? I still cannot believe it's the same person. Because I watched Malcolm in the Middle, and I'm like, wait, what? What?
Andrew says he's right up there with Rosenbaum for him. Yeah, Andrew says that we had a lot more development with Rosenbaum, which is true, but we also had, he was in episode 1 of Smallville till the, I don't know if it was the end. I think he stopped for like a season or 2 and then came back at the very end of the last, I forget, but anyway. Right now we have 2 episodes with this Lex, Mm-hmm. I really wanted to see if someone said...
no, I don't like him. For that 16%,
Yeah, just 16% that said they didn't like him, but I wanted to see... Keyboard Junkie says, I hated casting choice when I first read about Cryer joining the show, but in the 2 episodes, I've come to accept him as Earth 38's Lex Luthor. Not the Lex we know, but one we can enjoy.
Now, I did not hate it. I was very apprehensive. Like, really?
So, a lot of people are saying that they're enjoying him. No one commented on to why they voted no, they don't like this one. So, a lot of people saying that they just... mainly were afraid of what it would have been. I think the same thing I said whenever I'm like, I would never have thought, if you would have told me, hey, the guy from 2.5 Men is going to be Lex Luthor, I'd have been like, well, that sucks. You know what I mean? But
even though since we didn't know until we saw him on screen,
yeah.
As soon as I saw him, heard his voice in that intro part, I was like, Really?
Yeah, and that happens a lot. You know, you had like the one guy said in there was about Bryan Cranston going from Malcolm in the Middle to more of a serious role in Breaking Bad. People were like, well, that's not gonna work. Or Heath Ledger, when you had this pretty boy heartthrob kind of guy going to be the Joker,
and he is
everyone's
the
like,
Joker.
yeah, everyone loves it, but everyone back then was like, oh my God, they're ruining the Joker. Why would you do this? You know, and it happens. But a lot of times, like, usually I like to like try to take it. All right, so this is what they're going for. I'm sure they want to make good product. They're not just doing this because they're like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll wait usually and see how it is. Like whenever they announced the Jesse guy for Lex and the other DC stuff, it's kind of like, well, that seems weird. And then I watched it and I was like, yeah, that was weird. So sometimes it doesn't work out, but at least a lot of times give it a chance. We'll see how it is, and hopefully we don't.
Mine was definitely Professor X. The new Professor X.
Oh, the new kid?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
Split and dang it, James McAvoy.
Yeah, exactly, him. I was like, there's no way, but he does it pretty good.
Yeah,
Professor
I think
X.
James McAvoy is a very good actor, I think, and he just does a good job of being able to portray whatever you want him to portray.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I don't think that the thing you get into is when you get someone who's kind of typecasted to be X. You know, they've been in this type of role for how many years, then people can't see them as not being that role.
Exactly.
Same issue happened to, Alfonso Roberto? Was that his last name? Whatever Carlton's name is. It's Alfonso something. I forget what his last name is. But, you know, he couldn't get into any other roles because everyone saw him as Cousin Carlton, you know?
Yeah.
So it happens to people sometimes, but it's just something that, like, give them a chance and they can be more. But, you know, it's like people said, they keep looking at him being like, hey, Alan. But how long did he play Alan? How many years has 2.5 Men been going on?
Oh, 12?
You know, I
don't know. A while.
It's over now, right?
I think it's over because they replaced
really-
Charlie Sheen with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of died after that.
So, anyway, guys, glad you're enjoying Lex. We're enjoying Lex. Let's enjoy Lex.
Supergirl is searching for Lex. She will find him.
Okay, we're gonna have Red Daughter show up too. Oh, man, Hunter right there
Nice.
too. Oh gosh.
Oh, this is
Sign
gonna
up Lex or his helicopter.
That was Manchester.
And he's falling.
John!
So Manchester's stuck in his
I
brain?
don't know. I mean, he's been going through all this stuff. I don't know what's going on with him.
Thank you for saving.
That was Manchester, wasn't it?
I think you're right,
It
yeah.
wasn't his dad, was
I
it?
told you the other night. I am no longer a man.
I heard someone just say John.
I know, right?
Council.
I'll be fine.
Bro, you are always helping everyone around you. Right now, you just need to take care of yourself.
No John can help against Red Daughter now.
That sucks. There goes our bad omen. Oh, no.
It's just her. She's got nobody.
It got worse then.
Why didn't you call me?
Because you would have wanted to take me home.
Yeah.
And the world has turned upside down since I've been here, so I need to get to work. So.
Oh,
He
no.
does have powers.
PTSD, Melanie. He just thought he got shot again.
Oh.
Jesus.
No. I can run point on DC. Cover where necessary.
Oh.
You focus on finding Lex.
Wow. Okay.
Don't make me regret this.
I'm surprised.
I'm
Give me them
happy.
donuts.
Yeah. Give me that cruller.
We'll keep a secret communication open with her in case she's successful.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sean wanted me to give this back to you.
Fine.
Yay!
I can't tell you how much it means to have this back.
Since we're close.
Sean, my son. Let's have a little chat.
Is this the
shall we?
spirit council thing going on here? I love his dad.
They were late last night in her office, drugged and bound. Lex Luthor is considered extremely dangerous, and any information should be immediately reported.
You know, given all Lex done, he could have made her another scapegoat of some sort, but
That's true.
he left her innocent.
You don't know anything because Lex has deserted you. I may be in prison, but I'm not the one who's going to be deserted.
Dang it, she's gonna be afraid to talk to Alex then, huh? Dang it. Eve Tessmacher, though. Maybe that can be the thing now. The love for Lex. I don't know.
This is her house.
He used to visit every Sunday.
So we might still be in contact with
Dude,
her.
I wonder if Mary Tessmacher's gonna be like an old Tessmacher from like the movies or something.
Oh, that would be
I probably
cool.
wouldn't recognize her
I
if
was
she
gonna
is, but
say,
I'll
I
look it up
would.
later.
Can I help you, ladies?
1862.
62.
I've changed my mind. I'm not voting for the repeal.
Oh.
Excuse me, what? Okay. Just maybe you should fear the common man.
Agent Liberty may play to your Steeltown base, but not here. Welcome to Washington.
Wow. Okay, so all was a dream? Nope.
Ow.
You're awake.
Eve cured you with the serum I made for James. She was here.
I want you out of my aunt's house.
Oh.
I drink a lot of milk.
Drop it. You can't take it out of me.
That makes
Go
sense.
that way, exactly 900 meters.
I speak English better than you.
Whatever, it's not a contest. And put this on
Not
first.
a contest.
Good.
You really look exactly like her.
Yeah, I was confused whenever I saw her walking with her.
Lena saved Argo with this. And she rescued Sam. She cured Bitsy's cancer. And she saved James's life.
Wow. Alex supporting Lena.
She's not wrong.
You're right.
She is ignoring all the good and jumping to just the bad.
You're right.
Well, what would you have me do? Sit around and pray all day while the world around me burns like you did on Mars?
At least I didn't run.
And Martian religion has to die, then so be it! At least I will know who I am!
And who are you?
I'm the Martian Manhunter!
Oh my gosh.
You are.
I love his dad. I missed him.
And look whose name was on the test subject list.
Otis Graves.
Oh.
That must be how they brought him back to life.
Well, he wasn't the first one. Looks like there were 5 failed test subjects before him.
What do you think happened to them?
Oh! I think they're right there. Oh!
Was that kryptonite?
They're Metallo-like subjects.
Gotcha. Oh, I forgot about her suit. That's awesome.
Oh!
It came from inside you.
Yeah, no. But it was still really good to see you.
It was good to see you too. Martian Manhunter.
Yes.
Yes! That whole time was just him doing that.
Even the knocking on the door. Go away!
Lex is behind this too.
Did you see? The Alien Amnesty Act was just repealed.
What?
What?
I thought they...
Alien Amnesty Act.
What did he do to convince her?
Surprised, but I can assure you.
Did you see that?
This is what's
Written in red. In Lex's handwriting. And we both know what that means. No. He wouldn't.
It wasn't
Lex
a
was
rescue.
coming for you. But
Assassination?
not to free you.
Oh.
To murder you.
How did...
Oh no. Yeah, there's Supergirl. I think she's gonna do something. I think she's here because Tessmacher's here. Oh no. Oh no. They're gonna think Supergirl's attacking.
Oh my god!
It was all... Oh my god, Lex is so smart.
I hate this!
Jeez. Come on. Go, 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 go.
Let people see that there's 2! Crap!
Go!
There's no way Supergirl would do something like
Alex, good. Good.
Haley?
I know.
Oh, good.
I did not expect that.
Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Dang it, and he's going to
crap.
space. I knew it.
No.
She's gonna have nobody.
We're on your side, Supergirl. We're gonna find out the truth. Together.
Good, she has somebody. I like that episode.
I don't.
No, there was a lot going on. I think things made sense with what's happening too. There was no Lex, but you just feel the impact from him of everything that's going on and the planning. And at first, I'm like, and I feel like they seeded it so well because originally my thoughts was that, Tessmacher and Red Daughter, they're down underground. They're gonna, and then they showed like the blueprints for the prison. I'm like, they're gonna go and break her out.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I was on the same page.
Then when they came in later on, they're like, look, he's gonna kill you. Oh, they're gonna send Supergirl to kill Lillian. Like a revenge on Lex Luthor, but it helps Lex Luthor, but makes her look bad.
Ooh, and also makes Lena upset with Supergirl, so then she doesn't want to team up with Supergirl.
It kind of causes like a whole little thing. I'm like, okay, I see what they're doing here, maybe. And then they didn't do any of that. They attacked the White House. But they specifically had a thing, and this is why I'm thinking it. They specifically had a thing where it's like, all right, guys, you can come in, you can have pictures till the president's here. So the president wasn't there at all.
No, he's on Lex's payroll.
And I really think, I think Lex and the president are involved somehow with all that.
Mm-hmm.
But
I totally agree.
Once we get Lex back, having him fight, I think the Red Daughter's going to have to turn, right? Is that where we're going?
It has to be the only solution, right? Because we don't want to see Kara get killed off, right?
No, that's not going to happen. But the idea I was thinking of, like, either Lex is going to have to fight Red Daughter, right? And then beat her and betray her or whatever. And then Kara's going to have to fight Lex. And then that's how it's going to happen. Or you get the things we had seeded last episode with, she's very Kara-y. She has hope and likes the beautiful things and cares about the little boy. And what about an Alex, But she's looking at the wrong Alex. So
yeah.
All these things seeding to like who Kara is kind of there within Red Daughter. And I wonder if we could get her to turn and then both of them against Lex.
Oh, for sure. I think that she will turn because the president just declared martial law. We're basically going to have like a mass civil war going on in the United States. And I believe that Cosnea Supergirl is going to go, oh, this is not good.
I don't know.
There's no way.
I don't think that's going to be her.
She's going to see lots of kids being killed out there on the street. She's getting a lot of aliens.
Who's being? I don't know. Maybe.
It's going to be alien children. Like.
Well, yeah.
It was bad with Agent Liberty.
The martial law part of it depends on what they're doing. Martial law, if they lock everything down, I don't know what they're doing, if they're just going to start arresting aliens. The repeal of that act. Okay, so it's the Alien Amnesty Act. The idea was that aliens came here, they were, they became citizens. So now they're taking them, they're not citizens, so everyone there is an illegal alien now, right?
They're basically, it's illegal for them to be present in the United States.
I don't think that will turn Red Daughter to Supergirl's side. I don't think that will. I think we'll need something more. Because she already went in there attacking humans and stuff, and she believes the United States are bad, and there's things, and they do evil things and whatnot. I don't think that will be the bad turning point for her yet, or the good turning point. I think it's going to be something more.
It's probably going to be with kids, because, she left Lockwood's son alive, and I really doubt that she knew that Lockwood's son would be there, for one, and for two...
She didn't leave him alive. James got the son out.
She still could have gone after them,
It was shock and awe. I don't know who all she killed. This was loud. I'm turning it off. Sorry. I don't know who all she killed or anything. She shot people with laser eyes that go through buildings and melt stuff. So there must be like a dial that she pushes that like tones it back to where it's like a practice saber where it just zaps you.
I'm sure this is exactly what it is.
But
click, click.
But no, she went in there to shock and awe. She popped up there and then burned the top of it. It wasn't because she's like, I gotta kill more people. It was because this is gonna be threatening. Everyone sees me attacking the White House, it gives you an actual visualization of, look at Supergirl, and then lasering the White House.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that wasn't about let me kill people, it was about let me cause a thing. A lot of people in there were reporters and senators and all that kind of stuff, so it's definitely going to be something that's, important people were there and media were there to be able to see this happen.
And they're definitely knocked out, like unconscious completely, because she felt like she was free enough to talk.
Yeah.
With just Lockwood listening.
Well, I thought the Lockwood thing was going to be a thing of killing him, maybe because they didn't need him anymore or something, but they didn't.
No, they needed him.
For what, though? He already completed his task, didn't he?
Yeah, but if Supergirl would...
If anything, he's the one you want to kill. Number one, he was your scapegoat for the Alien Amnesty Act, pushing it so hard. Number two, she comes in killing him, having a vendetta with him already before. It would have been a perfect time to kill him off.
That's true, because...
But that's what I thought they were going to do. But they didn't. So, thank you. Keep Sam.
Huh.
Keep Sam.
Yeah, because, I mean...
Why do you need him?
Supergirl would be the maddest at him.
Yeah, because he was pushing it. So he was the one...
Yeah.
He was the voice of repealing it. Wow, I mean, the president was also, and then he brought Ben Lockwood in. So, I don't know what else they need him for. But I'm hoping, and I would love this, you get Ben Lockwood, the family man, who used to understand what everyone was talking about and everything, and then turned because of his dad and all the other crap happened, right? You have him who's like looking at like the Otis Graves, the Lex Luthor thing, the Supergirl coming in to attack.
The
like
Supergirl with a Russian accent, and he's like, that's not Supergirl.
Just all these things kind of building in. Like, I would love to see him kind of turn back towards what he used to be.
Yeah.
And kind of help them against Lex, finding that he's been a scapegoat and a tool. He's been a tool for what Lex wants to do. Versus, like, I thought all this was exactly what I wanted. It's like, well, it was, but you've been pushed by us to take it further and further.
Yeah, because I think James really helped plant that. As soon as he said that Otis Graves was alive again, he's like, I have nothing to do with Lex Luthor. So I think everything's starting to piece together in his mind, and maybe you will get the...
I love Sam.
The rebirth
I hope
of
I meet
Sam.
him here in like 2 weeks.
Of, not Sam, Ben Lockwood. Jeez.
Sam Lockwood, Ben Whitwer. Whatever.
Ben Whitwer.
Call him any of those names, it's fine. Lex is just great. I'm really worried. I'm really not worried. I'm curious what they're going to do in the future because, when Supergirl was talking to Manhunter about, Cal, he wanted me to take care of the planet, and now I've let his arch nemesis, free. And I was just thinking, like, it's such a good, like, enemy, too, for Superman because you have Superman who is, like, the ultimate, like, in body, but then you have Lex who is, like, he's not as strong as Superman or whatever, but he's got the mind,
Yes.
He's got the intellect to combat Superman, and it's so fun. But now you're given Lex Luthor, as Supergirl said here, he has powers. So, like, to what extent are his powers? How strong is he? If you have someone with the body of Superman with the mind of Lex Luthor, like, that's going to be... That's why I'm like, maybe you get Red Daughter to turn, and you have both of them combating Lex Luthor.
Maybe, but... We still haven't found out if he gave up his powers whenever he siphoned his blood and gave it to Red Daughter.
True.
So we don't know for sure if he still has powers.
There could be something like that. We also don't know, like, if Lex got powers from his cure, did James get powers from his cure? Yeah. We still don't know really about that at all. So
no, maybe the PTSD is really blocking it. The potential of it happening.
Yeah. What do you think about Lena? Like, I don't feel like it's such a terrible thing to say, my brother came to me, he was dying, and this cure I was working on, I thought I could work on to save him. He killed James to make me rush human testing to save James. Thus, once he knew it worked, he took it in the idea of getting powers rather than just being cured. I mean, Lex played her as much as he's played everybody else. Like, I don't feel like it was exactly her fault for the whole thing.
No.
But
whenever Lillian said that, it was before they discovered that the gun was in Eve's possession. So Lena did not know for sure that Lex had shot James. So once she pieced that together, I think she's now realizing that her friends will be on her side.
But she didn't. They said, like, why would Lex shoot James? She didn't say, he played me. He wanted me to rush my research to cure him. I feel like it's not as big of a deal as she's making it to be. I know, like, he was a bad guy and she played him all, but he played out everybody. I don't know. I just was like, tell them. Like, Supergirl just forgave you.
Yeah.
Like,
after that big apology.
Like, that was a great moment of that. Like,
yeah, that wonderful apology, so lengthy and, like, addressing a lot of the issues that they had over the years. And they're like, bygones be bygones.
I'm sure, like you, I want, like, Lena and Supergirl to be able to work together and not... I don't want them to be Lex and Superman.
Yeah,
you know?
Which is what I thought that they had Lena planted for this whole time.
Like, slowly seeing her turn and stuff, kind of like what we did with Lex Luthor and Smallville.
Exactly.
You get that kind of thing.
But no, we have Lex, so seeing Lex and Supergirl team up will be fantastic. And I agree with you. I don't know why she hasn't told them everything yet. But at the same time, I kind of do get it because it wasn't really the right time. It's probably a lengthy conversation. Let's go. Let's get things done. We can talk about it later.
I don't know.
It's not
I
like...
feel like it was whenever you're like, why would he want to shoot James? And then she can just be like, that was my fault. When I was working on the cure, you know. I mean, they know here too. The Tessmacher woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cured cancer. Cured James. I mean, he was dying. He came to me. He seemed like a different man, you know, and he, you know, attacked me emotionally, manipulated me emotionally, you know, to help him.
Didn't she say it helped me, it rushed my research?
James pushed her research.
Yes. Isn't that what she said after they said, why would they want to shoot James?
No, I don't believe so. I think she's just like,
Yeah. I thought that there was more of a conversation than just...
Not really. She kind of just shrugged it off. Of like, I don't really know. Speaking of Tessmacher.
Looking her up.
I'm going to find out. You have a relative of someone.
Usually get previous casted members.
What number was this? 17?
Yes.
All About Eve?
Is that a book or a movie or something? Sounds familiar.
Andrea Brooks is so cute.
Is that...
That's Eve, Tessmacher. Jill Morrison. Bitsy Tessmacher. She was a crying girl in Mean Girls.
I don't know who that is.
She just cried.
Oh, okay.
I just want to know if she's a dog groomer in iZombie. I just want to know if she's in any iterations of the Superman previously. You know, could have been Smallville if they had a Tessmacher, or...
I thought their Tessmacher was a brunette.
She was in Smallville as Maddie Harold House. No. Her first role was the crying girl from Mean Girls. But no, so she was in Smallville, but not as anything
big.
Not. I really thought, like, sometimes, like, you know, they'll have, you know, Kara's mom be Lois Lane from previously, or they'll have, like, the president be Wonder Woman from a previous iteration. So I was like, oh, well, Tessmacher, she has an aunt or something like that. Be a good time to have, like, hey, here's another Tessmacher from this movie or whatever, kind of tossed in, or from this TV series, you know, or whatever. So I don't know all the Tessmachers they've had. I know they had Tessmachers in the original movies. I don't know if they had a Tessmacher in Smallville. I don't know if they had it like in the Adventures of Lois and Clark.
Oh, yeah.
With Dean Cain.
Yeah, I didn't even think about them.
So, I'm pretty sure they had one in The Return of Superman with Kevin Spacey. I think he yelled out Miss Tessmacher. I can't remember though. It's been a while. I've only seen that movie once. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good of a Superman movie. Anyway, I
love the Morin, right? Is that his name? John Jones's dad.
Moran, I think so.
Moran.
Yes. Anyway, John's dead.
Yeah.
I love him. I like the way he talks. I love like how his calm nature. You know what I mean? Like his demeanor.
I just love that he's, zenning and on, his calm to summon his father to speak with him, and it's this.
Well, everything he did was to make him mad.
I know. Just get under his
He didn't
skin.
come in and being like, John, it's me, He came in and just knocking hard.
We're closed. Don't you see the sign?
He came in interrupting him. He came in listening to him being like, I'm taking them now. Like, well, I'm gone. And he just takes them. Like everything he did was just to push him
Yes.
a little further.
I take another cup of coffee.
Coffee. However he says it. I love it. I love
just so much fun.
I miss the character and stuff too, so it was cool to see him back and everything as well. And then the little thing about I'm just I'm in your mind.
I've been in your mind because he did a lot of low blows.
Here,
Like while they were arguing, he did a lot of low blows, and I'm like, wow.
But I love the idea of him finding who he is. So if like Martian Manhunter, he's not Hank Henshaw or whatever, right?
No.
He's not him for the DEO.
Mm-hmm.
He's not this peace Jedi kind of guy.
Yeah, that his dad passed on for him to be.
Yeah. And I love the thing about, I wanted you to promote peace. I wanted you to help the world. I didn't want you to change and become me.
And you failed.
You failed.
I love that. But then we have his solution of taking these sigils and putting them back on Mars to be found by,
It's a terrible time.
I know! Like, at least it's a good, legitimate excuse for him not to be here,
I guess, yeah. But he was like, guys, I gotta go to Mars, bye.
Yeah.
He just left.
It's just, bye. There's my voicemail. Which, whenever Kara did call and we got his voicemail, I was so worried. I was with you, like, she has nobody. And then I'm so glad they brought Watch It.
Well, yeah, but I also... that's cool, too. Because I like that, because James had the same thing for Superman.
Yeah.
So now you give... Who they give it to Alex?
I don't know.
Is that who has it, right? Alex has it. So it's neat that they gave Alex that. But, oh no, what was it? Dang it. Oh, I was surprised, though, of Haley this episode. I know. Number one, she was like, Alex, go hunt Lex Luthor. Mm-hmm. I will take care of the DC stuff. And then she's
Don't
like...
Don't make me regret it.
Yeah, even the donuts. And then, at the end, she goes, like, I know, this isn't Supergirl. So she's not just like... I know. She made me regret it, she lied to us or anything. So it's good. We've kind of seen a little change with Haley, whatever. Mm-hmm. Maybe Alex will get to know who Kara is soon.
I think Haley's doubting the president and what all's going on above her.
She was doubting that before, wasn't she?
Well, slowly growing, yeah, because there is information that Alex knew and Haley was not aware of.
Well, it was...
And same thing with Lena. And
it wasn't that. It wasn't that Alex knew it. It was that the president did something without the DEO knowing at all. Like, Alex found out about the satellite dish.
Yeah, that's what
it was. And it was Haley who was like, I never even heard of that. So there was what's the word? There's a prerequisite, I guess, of... I don't think that's the right word I want to use.
Level of clarity?
No, it's just there's situations previously where it's been like, look, the president's doing this stuff without letting us know at all. And we're supposed to be in charge of alien whatever. And he's doing these other alien things. So
I'm glad that she's opening her eyes to how crazy it's becoming. Which I'm hoping is going to lead to Kara feeling safe to tell her sister that she's Kara.
Yeah. Well, the thing, though, too, is that she doesn't usually see the Haley stuff that often, though. So, hopefully, yes. Maybe to come to where Haley's, doing all this stuff and things get better, and then she feels like maybe by the end of this, she can tell Alex again.
Yeah.
And Lena.
Like, Haley be like, I don't need to know your secret identity. Come work for us.
So. Because she wanted to know it so she could control Supergirl.
Right.
And now... they need to control the president. He's going crazy. And then besides that, the other thing I had was that, I was confused because earlier James, when they were talking about PTSD and all that kind of stuff, said about, Manchester Black shot me. And I was like, Manchester Black shot him?
Yeah.
And I was like, why? And I was like, well, I guess if Manchester Black shot him, it gives us a connection as to Lex Luthor hired Manchester Black to do that or something, I guess. But no, it was just him assuming it was Manchester Black, I guess, when Eve actually did it. But whenever he first said that, I was like, wait, okay.
I don't remember them discussing it before.
I don't remember, yeah, it wasn't like, oh yeah, he did it, you know, or nothing like that. So I was confused there, but I'm glad that they kind of took care of that before. I mean, they took care of it in this episode.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why did he shoot him? What benefit did Manchester Black get out of that?
Nothing. Because he's dead.
Yeah. I mean, they were kind of friends, you know. I don't think Manchester ever hated James. It just didn't make a lot of sense to me.
No, I was kind of thrown off whenever they did that too.
Dude, we might not, depending on what happens with this PTSD, we may not see a Guardian thing for a while.
I'm hoping that he goes and speaks to the counselor or whoever and kind of gets it settled.
It can be a thing that could take him a while before he's able to.
Oh, for sure. I mean, people live with it for their whole life.
Yeah. If he's in there, you know, as Guardian starts getting shot at and starts freaking out, you know, that's not going to be good for a superhero to try to do that.
No.
With powers or not. Also, speaking of powers, we have the Tessmacher chick with powers.
Yeah.
James has to have powers for that.
Yeah.
But also, how long has she had these powers? Did she just get them today, yesterday, right? Not long, right?
Mm-mm.
Why would you go to the oven, just grab it out with your hands? I feel like even without the powers, it would take me a while to like get used to that, and I would be like, oh dang, it's hot. Oh, careful. Okay, there we go. You know what I mean? Like, just from how long has she been baking over years? I just feel like your natural response would be like, oh, better grab the oven mitts, don't want to burn myself. No, it just was like...
Maybe in celebration, she's like...
Oh, ow!
In celebration, she's like, screw the oven mitts, and had a bonfire.
She's burned
that she lit with her own hands.
Anything else you had? Want to go to Q&As?
Lex tried to kill James 8 times.
Yeah, I'm guessing just from past times of Superman things happening. I mean, I think they talked about it before, but I didn't know.
In the previous episode, they said about him torturing him like with 16 scars during the trial. But other than that, I don't remember. That's insane. 8 times.
That's a lot. All right, Lover Sashimi says, what is your peace offering? So what do you take? You're like, hey, donuts?
Donuts?
I will say Calvin has shown up late to work a few times, and like he would bring donuts. But the thing about it, like when we were at Eric's house, he would be coming from his parents' house. He would have to drive past Eric's house to go to Tim Hortons to get donuts to drive back. And we're like, you could have just been here sooner.
Resentful much?
But you brought donuts. We're like, thanks.
Bottle of wine, maybe? So then, like...
That's my peace offering when I come home to you.
Yes.
Here.
So I'm so angry. Here, start drinking. Don't yell at me. Drink.
Ew.
And then we'll talk.
You're so late. Here you go. What would be your peace offering for me?
Like to you?
Yeah, because I'm not going to... Oh, to... Yeah, there we go. Done. Dobby says, Supergirl should have took care of the flames and made a public statement about how the attack was not her. She has great credibility with the public. That was a thing I didn't like, was that she just, once she got out of the thing, she just stood there.
Well,
and I was so confused. I mean, sure, she was shocked that there was like a clone of her, I guess. Or
she still had the kryptonite in her. Like, you could see it slowly fade
away. I don't know.
I wanted to see both of them in the sky, you know?
Well, we will eventually.
Eventually.
I just wanted her to do... It cut away. We didn't see her do anything. I don't know, have her go like... I don't know, something. She's fought through kryptonite before for like... She fought a Metallo going... You know, I don't know. Just do something. Matthew says, who else loved the moment when John said, I am the Martian Manhunter?
Oh my gosh, I have...
Great. I loved it.
Big hearts around it.
Yes.
Who are you?
I just wrote down, I'm like, Martian Manhunter, yeah!
Oh, yeah. I love it. Oh, made me so happy. And also makes the storyline make sense. Because before I'm like, how is he supposed to be peaceful?
What are they doing with him?
Yeah. Like, are we changing him altogether?
Matthew also says, I don't get Ben Lockwood's problems with aliens. He was fine with them, and then his dad got killed. I feel I understand more with Manchester. What do you think? Kind of what I said before, too. Like, the way he was before, I'm hoping maybe we're going back that way a bit. Especially seeing him being manipulated by Lex Luthor and him finding out about that. And then, his son being there. And the danger his son was put in by Lex Luthor, doing the shenanigans he's doing. I think there could be something there where maybe we could get a Ben Lockwood kind of redemption, I guess. Because I love him.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be okay with that.
Dobby says, I like Alex standing up to Supergirl for Lena's good work. The amnesia finally had a good side. I don't think she could do it as strongly if she knew it was Kara. Do you think Lena will tell them about working with Lex? I hope so. I don't get why she won't. I don't think it's as bad of an issue as she thinks it is.
I really hope she does, just so then she's open and that there's no secrets. So maybe next episode we'll have like a wine drinking episode.
No, we won't have a wine drinking episode.
No, there's not enough time.
Pepsi Queen wants to know who in Blind Way is most likely to become public enemy number 1. Eric.
Yeah.
He's already been arrested once. Or Shane. Nick says, does anyone think this is the best live action Lex Luthor? I mean, he's been really good, but we didn't see him at all this episode. But it's just been so creative. I love being able to, you can see the things unfold.
Yeah.
And you've been like, oh, I've been watching this whole season. What are they going to do this season? Where are we going? Oh, it's all been because of Lex.
Yeah, we thought that it would be pods, and now everything's just overlapping and making sense.
In a way, it has been, though, because you had the pod of Agent Liberty, and then you kind of had a pod of Manchester Black stuff, and now it's like, how's it all tied together because of Lex Luthor? Yeah, it's just been...
Well, I mean, it has been pods, yes, but it's been a huge overarch. Like, a huge overarching story. If you did not see the beginning pod, then you'd be like, what?
Well, yeah, no. The great thing about doing pods in a season is seeing, like here's a story, and here's kind of like, here it starts, and here's where it kind of ends. But then getting into it, same thing as what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did, especially season 4. Like, they had their pods of, like, here's this story, and here's this story. But they all kind of weaved and intertwined together, and doing it this way, I think, has been much better of a season for them than, like, especially, like, season 1.
Oh, yeah, this has been my favorite season by far. Like, there's not even a competition.
And then Nick says, are you going to react to the Young Justice season 3? Yes.
Eventually.
Sala says, how did banging Mon-El in the closet at Kako fit in Miss Schumacher and Lex's Grand 3 season plan?
I know.
Also, you guys start at the most recent comments or the first ones posted. You're talking about Q&As. I go down to the furthest back of like this episode and then scroll through. How does it do? I don't know. Maybe it was just a way of... I don't know. She was bored. Woman has needs. Lex is locked up even though she loves him. Can't get to him.
Yeah, I don't think that they...
And then she pictured Lex's face on Mon-El's body.
Or maybe they knew that Mon-El and Supergirl were trying to have a fling, and they wanted to screw that all up.
Chief Chill says, no one saw a brunette lady transform into a skinny blonde lady and then back into a brunette lady. DC's so easy to sneak into. I mean, no, apparently not. 2, it was done intentionally to trick Supergirl into coming to DC.
True. Yeah, but I mean, that was on TV, national TV. That's really risky. And especially at these times, whenever we have DVR, you can pause that crap and rewind it and rewatch it.
Look at this. Yeah, I mean, look at the mess-ups on news all the time that people watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this woman turn into a skinny blonde lady. Kitty says, why did John leave without saying goodbye? He just took off.
I know.
Just gone.
We talked about that, especially with Supergirl and her situation that she's in. He's on a mission, though.
Kitty's also excited about Haley and wants to know, will Kara reveal to Lena?
I hope so.
I hope so. I hope so too. I mean, just because like we go through all this kind of stuff, I think that it might be the easiest way of doing that. I don't know. I'm curious if we're going to get to a point of some kind of weird clone, you know, the stereotypical like, no, I'm the real one. Like, no, I'm the real one. You know what I mean? Like both like Supergirls or both like Karas are standing there next to each other.
Without the accent?
Alex is there wanting to shoot one of them, doesn't know which one to trust. You know, all these memories are weird in her head.
That's true.
Shoots the wrong one, then we get Russian Supergirl.
Crap. A third Supergirl comes in?
What? No. What?
We don't have a Russian Supergirl.
Oh my gosh. Gino Soup says, have you ever done something so terrible you still haven't told your friends and family about it? Yes.
Do tell. Do tell.
Didn't ask what was it. Have you?
No.
No? Okay, good. Alright, I guess that's it. Poll time. Alright guys, do you think that Ben Lockwood could be redeemed? Or would you even want that? So, some people may not want him to be redeemed.
What?
Some people
Who does not want him to be redeemed?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is going to be a really one-sided poll, or maybe it's not. I would love for him to be redeemed, because I'm probably biased because I like Sam Witwer, and I think he's been a really interesting villain, and I love the idea of, like, fighting the ideal of Agent Liberty and all that, versus just fighting some super-powered Lex Luthor, smart, powered guy. That's so stupid.
I don't know. He does like men of power, and I think if he met Lex Luthor face to face and saw how incredibly intelligent this man is, he might stay on his side because he knows that his family would be at risk.
So you don't think he'll be redeemed?
No.
Okay. He'll be redeemed. Guys, go over to patreon.com/blindwave and tell us if you think that he will be redeemed or won't be redeemed in the poll, and we will talk about that in the comments. Make sure you leave comments there and let us know why you think or want him to be redeemed.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more CW stuff, make sure you subscribe because we cover all the Arrowverse and all kinds of other things, including Supernatural that me and Melanie do. Yay! And don't forget to check out our merch down at blindwave.net/shop. Quack!